Okay, that's a time check. Today is, so you can see it's Sunday. And it's 4 p.m. and stuff. And I'm supposed to be on the road, headed for work. But, my transportation is concerned about freezing rain and stuff, which I don't blame them because the wife, well, it's my twin brother and his wife, but she's already had a car accident with my son in the car, so I can't even, push them to be like, oh, come on, just come get me. It's just raining because we are under a winter advisory. So, I mean, whatever. So far as drone activity, it's been pretty basic. It's the apartment next door banging on the walls and, them using the weapons and stuff. They seem to have cooled out a lot when my baby daddy was here. I don't know why I wanted to say husband, but he's really just my boyfriend. And we share a child together. And I like saying baby daddy because it sounds hood and ratchet. Sometimes I like sounding hood and ratchet. No, he's not my husband. I don't know. They were kind of being chill when he was here. Like, they weren't using, like, the loud and obvious things and things like that. But then they got fairly unobvious because either on Friday night or Saturday morning, my mom, her fuel line got yanked. And I couldn't make it to work on Saturday morning. So, yeah, they became pretty damn obvious again because when the tow truck came, they were like, yeah, this is obvious vandalism. So, yeah. I honestly blame Parkview just because they could clearly be in cahoots on it. They've been making it clear and obvious that they're sitting around watching us day and night and everything else. And, also, they made my mom, they wouldn't let her park in front of the building to look like a regular, resident. They would make her park in this visitor parking. And I'm doing quotation marks because they don't have any signs that clearly mark, oh yeah, this is visitor parking for these set of apartments. Oh yeah, this is residential parking. They don't do assigned parking here. So now my mom's fuel line is getting cut and stuff or yanked. And I kind of feel like, yeah, they're obviously in cahoots on it because they've been singling us out and everything when it comes to the parking and everything. So obviously, thanks to that, coupled with everybody supposedly watching, but I can't get a knock on the door like, oh yeah, it looks like somebody's breaking into our vehicle. Oh, yeah, somebody's obviously, vandalizing your vehicle right now. No, it's all dead silent until, a whole bunch I call them crows because they act like the crows off the Dumbo movie. Hold on. Anyways, them loudmouth crows. I call them crows. Because usually when I'm about to go to work and stuff, it's all silent and stuff and everybody's in their apartments and things. But yesterday, it was a whole lot of movement, a whole lot of loud mouth-ass talking. So obviously they knew something happened last night. Well, not last night, but Friday night or Saturday morning. So when shit like that happens, it's kind of like, oh yeah, y'all all in on it. And y'all think it's funny and stuff. And what else happened like that? Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Okay. So my mom had got $60 from my grandma. I didn't know about it until it got stolen from my mom. And it was so funny. I was so glad it happened to her just because it's the same shit that I be going through all the time. And she just tries to act like I'm just making it up or, it's just all coincidental or other shit like that. But okay, this is what happened. So she texted me in the morning. She was texting everybody, trying to get in contact with everybody, being like, hey, yeah, my money's missing and I need some money to go help my daughter, my youngest daughter. Can someone help me out? And everybody was just basically ignoring her, being like, yeah. And I said, well, how much is it? Because I can spot you at least 20 until then. And so then she says, well, okay, I'm going to come up there and get it. But I had fell back asleep. She had asked me to look for her money that she had originally lost, or she thought she had lost. And then said, yes, I'll come up and get the 20. Okay, so tell me why I have fallen asleep, and by the time I woke up, she's here and stuff. I come out, we start talking and things and other things like that. And then she says, well, I'm going to go help EJ get dressed and ready for the day. Tell me why the money is sitting there in EJ's laundry basket. Okay, now this is the parts where it gets weird and stupid. Okay, so Yusufu was clearly and obviously trying to distract her the whole time. He sat there, kept her at the house, trying to distract her and things for almost 4 hours straight. Every time she said she was hungry or she was getting ready to go out and help Monty, he went to sit there and be making her raw chicken. He took out the chicken, didn't defrost it correctly, and sat there trying to make her eat that. And just basically not letting her walk out the door. Because everybody's waiting on Amina to help this scheme get through. Because then the next thing I know, that morning, Naima, I fell asleep the second time my door opened. Usually now that Naima's here and my stuff has been going missing and stuff, I close and I lock my door at night and things. I close and I lock my door when I still want to stay asleep. And this time she's going to be, I saw her walk in and out my room and open and close my door. And it was like, what? No, I didn't see her. I heard her. And I'm like, because I wasn't that dead asleep. Obviously, I have the door open, so it's not like I'm going to go all the way back to sleep. But I'm like, why is she opening and closing my door like that if she's not even ready for the day? She likes to say that she gets up at 7:30, but it's like, who gets up at 7:30 just to sit there and look at their cell phone all that time? And then she likes to say that she's doing her medication, but it's kind of like, okay, whatever, because so far from what I've seen that you're extremely inconsistent with that medicine and stuff, and that, you don't really be up at no 7:30 and other things. You be up sometime, but then other times you like to say that you sleep. So obviously you're extremely inconsistent with whatever you're doing. But anyways, it was like, why is she closing and opening my door? And then the next thing I know, when Mommy does get back here, that's when she finds the money and the laundry basket. And the story just kept on falling apart from there, because then Naima tried to say that she went to the store, but she had Walmart bags. Walmart is a great deal farther away, and also she had bought heavier things. And I've told her that Walmart was in walking distance if she takes a certain way, but she's never actually done it. And then on top of that, she just tried to say like, oh yeah, I just met Mina and Nini at the store just now. I just saw them just now at the store. And it was kind of obvious, like, you did not just see them, though, at the store. They took you to the store because y'all done sat here and stole Mommy $60 and tried to put it in my room. And even Mommy could tell. She said, wow, you were out for a long time, considering that you just had to go up to the store and come back. Wow, that was a long-ass time for that type of trip. And I'll look at my cell phone. And, so it just became obvious with the way Yusufa was acting, considering that Naima doesn't ever walk all the way to Walmart by herself, considering that she admitted to hang out and seeing Amina that whole time and everything else, and considering how long Yusufa had to sit there and distract Mommy, that Amina was in on this scheme. They all decided to make a scheme together. I guess they were copying that scheme when Mommy was trying to make me lose my job by not being my transportation for that day. But I guess they were copying that scheme. But it didn't really work out, considering that Mina was dragging her ass and stuff, like how she do with everything else in her life. But yeah, that was the two biggest things that happened so far. The Mommy $60 thing, and now her fuel line got yanked. But, I mean, those drones are really hateful to her. That's why sometimes when she tries to sit there and act like this whole thing isn't happening or something, or like it isn't that bad, like lots of crazy stuff has happened. Her plumbing keeps on getting disconnected. Like they'll disconnect the toilet from the septic. Her water heater has been messed with, and What else? Well, those are the two favorite things that they like doing to our home. But now her fuel line got yanked too. And she just tries to sit there and act like, no, this whole thing isn't real. It's not real. It's not really happening. But every time she has a technician or somebody professional come out, like, yeah, this was vandalism. Yeah, this was done on purpose. And she just wants to sit there and act like, no, it's no. Or she tries to sit there and blame me. Like, if I'm in the vicinity of it, she'll try to blame me. And it's just like, why are you trying to blame me? You could be sitting here watching me the whole time. Or you could be sitting here asking me what I'm doing each step of the way of what I'm doing. And you're still going to try to blame me? Like, no. But, yeah. I'm just glad that this stuff is happening, and she can even point it out now. Like, she was even poking holes in a story like, wow, you took a long time, and, you know, we could clearly see Walmart bags in her hand, and she had even admitted to seeing Amina, and then she even noticed Yusufu's odd behavior being even more odder. That's why when people try to say, like, oh, yeah, he crazy and shit. No, he's lazy and evil as a demon, but crazy, no. Lazy as a fat slack of slob, and evil as a demon, yes. But crazy, no. Because even when he was having episodes, it was like, I don't know how to explain it. A quiet and then a storm. You know, it would be him being his regular normal self, and then, you know, just acting out and acting crazy and stuff. So when everybody's just trying to sit there and be like, oh, yeah, he's just crazy now. He's just really crazy. It's just like, no. I've seen him being actually crazy. And what he's doing is, you know, premeditated. It's trifling. It's disgusting. It's all those other things. But it's not just craziness. But, yeah, drone activity, it's been lowered a little. But it's becoming more dangerous and more costly, honestly.